test the audio. First, if you want to say your name and if you could spell it out for us.
Phil Kenkel, Kenkel. So I'm a Regents professor and hold the Bill Fitzwater Cooperative Chair in the Department of Ag Economics, and I published a textbook, Agricultural Cooperatives. So, of course, agriculture cooperatives are farmer-owned businesses, so they're really an extension of the farm. So they give them economies of scale and market access both in inputs and in outputs. So it basically makes the farmers better. And of course, farming is a big part of Oklahoma's economy, and we actually have also a very strong agriculture cooperative sector. And so in my extension work, I work with both cooperative members and also, of course, cooperative boards of directors who are farmers themselves and cooperative managers. And so all of that then flows right into the teaching side, because I'm really teaching the students those same things that I'm seeing in the real cooperative agribusinesses. And, I teach agriculture cooperatives, and it's one of really the few classes. There's only maybe half a dozen classes of that in the country. And I've clearly got the largest co-op sections anywhere in the country. After working with my colleagues across the country, I became interested. There are no textbooks. Everybody would be kind of interested in somebody doing one, and so I finally decided to put forth the effort. What is kind of unique about agriculture cooperatives is that they also have an impact on the farm, and so the member is impacted both by the price and by able to use the cooperative on the farm profits as well as the co-op profits. And so it's a really unique part of that organization. And really we have agriculture cooperatives because we have family farms, and so because we have a structure of so many family farms doing the same thing, there's a real potential for them to join together and form these businesses. So agriculture cooperatives in the U.S. are unique because family farming in the U.S. is unique. We're always trying to help decision makers and help students, and hopefully we're doing that with research-based information, because if it's just our opinion, we really aren't accomplishing anything. And so I'm always looking at, what is it that makes these farm-run, but what makes them successful? I'm looking at what makes an individual a successful career in cooperatives. And so when you bring in guest speakers, you ask them, how did you get involved in this? What do you think is the key? What would you tell a young person? And so you're really trying to bring everybody, kind of research solid-based information that hopefully can help them move forward and is more than just your opinion of it. The new world of publishing has really changed the textbooks. It used to be really publishers are only interested in introductory class books, very, very large, and so there's now much more ability to publish these more niche, textbooks, but it's also, of course, much more complicated to do that. And so, it's a lot more work than I ever thought it would be, and it's just really a lot harder to keep everything consistent and definitions for everything. So even if you think you've got it together, you find through the editorial process that you're not as far along as you thought you were. Yeah. There is a lot of opportunity now in a lot of ththese topics, and that just because something's not out there doesn't mean there's not a place that we can create it. And that also there is an awful lot of networks. And so as I did stuff, I work with other people that were working with cooperatives across the United States. So there really is a whole network of similar professionals that you can kind of lean on. And then I think also we all appreciate each person's contributions, so I'm using some other things that they've done, and hopefully they'll use my textbook. Yeah, so certainly I think it's improved my class a lot, because for once you're finally teaching with the material that you intend to teach, rather than getting some other material and then trying to come back and say, well, this is the part of that I want to highlight, or this is. But then I'm hoping it also enables more universities to offer ag co-op classes, because it's the one I think a lot of students are interested in. A lot of places would maybe like to have them, but it's a pretty good learning curve, and with no textbook out there to help them along. And so I'm hoping it leads to more ag co-ops, not only in the region but also across the U.S.